Hey folks, Deano here again. This time, take a look at the recent release. I'm not quite on time as yet, but it just released in the US and indeed the UK. So yeah, in case you haven't noticed, I'm not really getting them from Japan anymore because the prices have just skyrocketed on them. I've just been waiting until they get domestic releases, and with the UK now pretty much having them official, they're a lot more affordable for me to get just when they release here. So yeah, apologies if you are disappointed that they're not as quick as they used to be, but I'll let the bigger channels do that. If you want my opinion on the figures, then by all means you're more than welcome to come and listen to me drone on for another 10 minutes. But yeah, first things first, let's take a look at the box. So yeah, they just call them trunks this time, not Dragon Ball Super Trunks or Future Trunks. No, they want you to have trouble finding this guy on the aftermarket, because if anyone's tried searching for a specific Figuarts of Goku, they'll know what I'm talking about. Seriously, type it into eBay and you'll get like listings 20 pages long, and it's all of the original Super Saiyan. But anyway, it's another one of those new seal of quality. Again, they're calling it Bandai Spirits. Bandai Dragon Ball Super. It's a web shop exclusive, so it was extortionate unless you got it domestic. Choking hazard, yada yada, don't put it in your mouth. Some pictures of Trunks on the back. One of them admiring the broken part of the sword, which might seem a bit strange, but he did do it in the anime. And one of him holding up the sword, and we will test just how likely that pose is to accomplish. Trust me, it's not easy. So yeah, as you can see, pictured here, Cosmic Group, Blad Bladder. I've just knocked him over. So yeah, let's get into the review, shall we? Because Trunks looks as if he's ready to stab someone. So yeah, this, I am not 100% on the design. I like Trunks as a character, even though he fails like literally every time he shows up, and he always needs the present time character's help. But he is an absolute badass. Let's just be real here. He gets the job done, even if he's not strong enough to do it himself at the time. But yeah, in terms of accessories that this guy comes with, he's got the Super Saiyan Rage head, which disappointingly doesn't come with a face with no pupils, but we will get to that in a second. You get the normal face as well, which Toriyama bizarrely decided to change back to blue. I know it should have been blue from the start, but he should have just left it alone. It was far too late to change it, especially since the kid Trunks in the exact same arc had purple hair. So how do you explain that one? You can't. You have one other face for the Super Saiyan, which is Yelling Face. Again, no idea why Tamashii seems to be going down this route of no stern faces for Super Saiyan. I quite like posing my figures as Super Saiyans just standing. But apparently Tamashii doesn't. And there's one other face, which, yeah, I'll let it speak for itself. What is that, Tamashii? Whoever sculpted that was either drunk, on drugs, or needed a nap. That that looks nothing like Trunks. That looks nothing like anybody in the anime. Looks like the poorly drawn Super Saiyan 3 Goku. From like, what, episode 2? But yeah, aside from that, it's a really well detailed figure, honest. You do get two versions of the sword. You get the normal one, and you get the broken one. And they have actually made sure it looks broken this time, exactly as it did in the show. And they've still managed to make it work, because you use that with the spirit sword attachment, and it fits in just perfect. And it doesn't actually fall out or anything like that. It's quite a snug fit. Talking of, it's quite good. It's a bit warped, mine. I'll get him out of the way so the camera actually focuses. There we go. So yeah, mine's is slightly warped, but then it is a softer plastic than we're used to with Tamashii. Still sharp at those edges though, so be careful with that. In terms of both swords, in order to get them in the hands, you pop the end off. Tamashii also seem to have decided that giving them full gripping hands as opposed to the fake ones the original Super Saiyan Trunks came with is a lot better looking, and I tend to agree with them. So yeah, you get two gripping sword hands, you get two fist hands, you get two key blast hands, you get one relaxed hand, and you get a pair of gripping Gallic gun hands. One comes complete with a peg hole. So yeah, probably quite easy to mod one of your existing Vegeta hands so that it can also hold that. I think a specific size of drill bit should do the trick, as long as you're careful with it. But yeah, that does the job, I think, a lot better than, see, the wrist sort of design that they use for the freezers. But yeah, it's pretty much a mini Death Ball, isn't it? It's the same sort of design. But anyway, finally, you get this piece of crap. And you'll see why in a minute, because if we jump cut to this, don't know if that little jump cut was any good or not, but we'll see. So if we jump to this, you pop that in, and this does weigh quite a bit, so I can see why they included this attachment, but see this base, Tamashii, this base is far too small. You need a normal sized base if you're going to use it to hold any sort of weight, otherwise it just tips and it makes it completely pointless. Then I actually managed to get it to work there, but the slightest movement and it falls again. So yeah, completely and utterly useless. I don't know why they bothered. You're as well trying to get him to hold it normally, because you've got as much chance of that happening. There we go, I actually got it working. That's actually a first. But yeah, seriously, I get where they're going with, what they were going for with this, but come on, there's such better ways to design something like that. It can't even maneuver any. That has a specific peg layout. If you move that, and he falls. There we go. Yeah, if you can see there, it's a specific peg layout, so you literally cannot swivel it. It's the most pointless accessory I think I've ever seen in my life. But yeah, I suppose it's the thought that counts, even if the thought was brain dead at the time. But yeah, let's get that out of the way, shall we? Yeah, there we go. That'll do. So yeah, in terms of swapping the faces, you can get it off as well. You can kind of fudge this up, as I was hinting to earlier. That's the rage face of the demonical fit face. But you do have to butcher it in the process. Myself, I was quite lucky that I had two of them lying about because of the solid one and the transparent one that I bought. So you can sort of fudge it up, force it in there, but there is still gapping. It would take quite a bit of work to get it to perfectly line up, but there you go. It does work as long as you've got him facing forwards, which of course you really should, because he doesn't really look to the side. You can see there's some gapping there and stuff like that, but it is possible, just so folks know. But the peg layout, in typical Tamashii fashion, is completely different to anything we've seen before. So yeah. In terms of articulation, because I'm actually running out of space on the camera, his neck is very well done. In fact, you pop it off, you can actually see it's pretty much floating there, so you've got really good movement. It's the first time I think they've ever done it properly. In terms of the sheath, you do have to do it the way I just showed. You pop that on, pop the sheath on first, and then pop that on so that it goes underneath, or appears to go underneath the jacket collar. And yeah, it looks really good. So yeah, let's just pop the normal face on for the time being. So his arms aren't as good, unfortunately. They only get to about there. You can still swivel them. You do still get bicep swivel, double hinge, and the hands are the normal ball joint. You do get butterfly joint. Doesn't come out that much, but it really helps with holding the sword a lot better than any other Trunks before it has. The ab articulation can go back really well, forward quite well, and does swivel. He's got the 2.0 legs, can go out that far, can kick up quite far as well, double joint at the knee, and he's got proper ball hinges at the feet, so his feet can do really good movement. Toe articulation, not so great, but we can get by that, I'm sure. But yeah, all in all, I really do enjoy this figure. There's a couple of small nitpicks, like the derpy face, and the absolutely useless spirit sword holder thing. But yeah, the only other thing I would complain about is the arms. They're a bit spindly. But other than that, I can't really see any faults with this guy. Probably my favourite Trunks to date, to be completely honest. So yeah, I would definitely recommend going for this guy. Now the only problem is, do I display him in normal or Super Saiyan? Because if I display him in Super Saiyan, I'm going to need to find a way to make that sword thing work. See y'all later.